you like to learn what are the next 100 to 1000x cryptocurrency gems with the potential to turn $1,000 into 100,000, if not $1 million? Sure, nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. Crypto is largely unregulated and high risk, and people who invest should be prepared to lose all their money. And everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. Would you please leave a like on this video, and please make sure to subscribe to me if you want to make sure that you are in the know for the best cryptocurrencies. Next, we've got Enjin. Enjin, when was the last time you heard Enjin? Enjin was kind of NFT stroke gaming infrastructure that came out in 2017. You know, this one is just, no one cares about this anymore. Doesn't matter what partnerships they've got, what games they've kind of helped with. I personally think that Enjin, this one's a 10x. Next, we've got Metis. Metis came out 2019? I covered Metis in the last bull market. I covered it at around about $28 and it went up to $300, right? So it did basically it did a 10x. That was a great multiplier. Metis, the only reason anyone likes Metis is because Vitalik's mum works for R&D for Metis. Everybody thinks this is Vitalik's mum's project. It's not. It's not. Vitalik's mum didn't run this project. She's R&D. Now, yeah, maybe she did bring it up. And maybe that is the whole reason this has done well. But otherwise, who cares about Metis, honestly? Like, I think that Metis, I think this will probably do a 5x. A 10x, I just don't see why it should. I can't see it happening. It's old, it's boring. So next, we have got Zero1 Games. So they're a gaming project, first of all. But they're a layer 3 on top of the layer 2, which enables for there to be in-game economies. It enables for there to be a much richer kind of functionality for tokens on layer 3s. Okay, so what you've got here with Zero1 Games is you have got a potential big hit. All right, Zero1 Games is new. It's well backed by VCs. Now this is one I think is exciting. I think this one has decent potential. I could see Zero1 Games going back up and doing maybe a 20x. I could see that happening. It is possible with Zero1 Games. And it's a great name, great logo. They're unique. There's no other gaming layer 3 out there. Next up, we have got Virtual's Protocol. This is a great cryptocurrency. Now, I actually brought this crypto. I was the first YouTuber to talk about this. I think it was all the way back here, where I spoke about Virtual's Protocol. So Virtual's Protocol enables for games, metaverses, and virtual reality or virtual environments to have AI-based characters, character bots, character personalities. You can basically create a real-life world in virtual reality because of Virtual's Protocol. It just gives a whole rich suite of functions to create characters, create games, etc. And I think that from here, you know, this one could probably do a 10x. I don't think it's going to do more than that. There's too many AI coins. If this does a 10x, from where it is right now, it'll be pretty good. Next, we've got Nakamoto Games. Nakamoto Games, this was one that should have picked up during the bear market, and that's it. You know, now it's not good. You know, I know of some whales who got in at about 6 cents, 5 cents, and then they sold at like $3. Right? They made great bank. What was that? A 50x or so. Brilliant multiplier. Those games, those days are gone now. Now it's, you know, it's not investable in my opinion. I think this one's got probably up to 10x. I would say it's probably more a 5x, maybe 10x. But these guys aren't as relevant as they were. Next, we've got ChainGPT. This one's a very interesting one. I covered ChainGPT around about 3 to 5 cents. You know, back then, it was much more relevant. There were very few AI cryptocurrencies. And ChainGPT has got a suite of functions, which back then was very, very new. You know, what they do is not as unique as it used to be. It's still good, but it's not as unique as it used to be. I like them still. But look at that volume. 2.75 million for an AI coin. I would say that this one probably at best could do a 20x, but I find that would be quite difficult, but that's what I'll put it for. Next, we've got Node AI. This is another one of those distributed nodes, basically. It's a AI project again. This is one that is talked about by Alex Becker. I'm not sure Elio Trades, but also quite a few other YouTubers that got into this. I got into this at its lows, and actually where it is right now is, you know, not far from its lows. Its lows are about 50 cents. Hold on a minute. Yeah, it was about 50. No, it was about 40 cents was its lows. I think this one's, I think this one is half decent. Again, it's there's a lot of competition now. You know, once upon a time, Nvidia was just a big name for Node AI, but yeah, it made a lot of its money earlier this year when it went to, I think it was like 250 million. I think that Node AI, where it is right now, I think this one could probably do maybe a 20x max. It's purely because it's an AI play that Alex Becker will talk about. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, that's the only reason why I put it in 20x. Right, next up we've got XBorg. Now, I have seen, again, Alex Becker, Elio Trades, Virtual Bacon tripling up on this. And even with the power of those three, like it's done a 3x. It's player identity protocol. This is just like identities on the blockchain. This is deep in. It's more deep in than it is gaming. I do not get why they are so interested in this. I do not think this is an exciting gaming project at all. Now, just purely on their talking about it, I would say this probably has the potential to do 600 million, maybe a 20x, maybe. All right, next up, we've got Paye. Paye really emerged during the Chinese narrative. So there was a narrative for Chinese themed meme coins. Okay, so there was Paye, there was Bay, something like that. And Paye has kind of stood the test of time, unlike the others. All the other Chinese coins have kind of died. This one has got quite a few KOLs that will still talk about this. But I think with 500,000 volume for 60 million market cap, this one's going to struggle, actually. I think this one will probably, at best, do a 20x. So Paye is basically just the Chinese Pepe. Next up, we've got Zero1 Labs. I actually think this is a great opportunity. Okay, so Zero1 Labs, otherwise known as DEAI, which stands for Decentralized AI. I actually think this is a great project. Okay, so what this is, these guys are a layer 1. They're an AI layer 1. All right, so think of it as basically Potential. Now, Potential's in the billions now, and this is a micro cap still. 50 million market cap makes it basically just outside of being a micro cap. And I would say that Zero could go and do up to a 50x, I would say. 30, maybe. It's got a lot of potential, particularly from that price, 55 cents. Next up, we have got Elixir Games. Now, Elixir Games is a whole suite of different gaming functions. So Elixir, not only do they make their own proprietary games, they also have a games arcade for people for other creators, other outfits like maybe Star Hero, Star Atlas, all these big games, Silas Heroes, all these big games. You've got them here: Kronos Worlds, Elemental Raiders. Like, you are able to play games that were made by other creators, like Games for a Living, for instance. And they're a launchpad, and they are an esports platform. So quite a lot of different arms under their gaming belt. And that's what I think makes them kind of a super gaming project. Because they've got so many arms to their kind of umbrella. I'll say that Elixir, it has got the potential to go up to 50x, I would say. Next up, we have got Kaiken. I love this project. This is really a solid dog meme coin. Why? Because it is based on the 6 Inu family. All right? So there were 6 Japanese Inus. Shiba Inu being the most famous. And then it spawned off there were 4 others that came out in the last bull market that went to over 300 million, going up as high as 91 billion. Now, the only one that was not released was Kaiken. This has got flocky vibes. And I personally believe that Kaiken has powerhouse potential. You know, even from where it is right now, can do super well. From 2 million, I would say this one could do 50x to 75x. Next up, we have got Cookie. Now, this one I think is actually a really good opportunity. So Cookie is the Google of cryptocurrency. So this is AI, data, and marketing. You know, I could realistically see this being 1000x cryptocurrency, but just purely because it's difficult to stand out these days, I would say 50 to 75x. The next cryptocurrency, I think, is the find of 2024. Trump Sui. Alright? So, this is the Donald Trump mascot to make Sui great again. So not only is it capitalizing on the relevance of Trump, but this is also utilizing the popularity of Sui as well. Because Sui meme coins, they are looking to be the next Solana meme coins. This one, I think, has 100x potential. Next, we have got Mugi. So Mugi is another super simple narrative to explain. Mugi at this present time is only 164k market cap with very, very low volume. Now, what Mugi is Mugi is the brother of Doge. Look, you can't get closer to the Doge narrative than with Mugi, other than with Nero, obviously, but that's already pumped. I would say this one has got 75 to 100x potential. And then the last one is Baby Blub. So Baby Blub is the baby version of Blub. So Blub is arguably the #1, at least it's the #1 community meme coin in Sui. I'd say this one could do a 50x potentially, maybe even more than that. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it was insightful for you, and I'll see you next time. It is lights out.